Boom. All right. All right. What's up, mofos? Let's get this started. By the way, before we get started, I don't think they're here yet, but we want to wish Miss Belinda Hughes, the better half of uh, AWR, a very happy birthday today. And hope she has a great birthday. I know Paul, he'll give her one. And so let's get this crap rolling here. So first and foremost, let me bring up my lovely special co-host. She is the queen of Texas, the queen of Wyoming. She will tell you to kiss her southern ass, um, and she finds cool stuff. The one and only Teresa, the treasure hunter.
Hello. Hello.
There
Can
she
you hear
is.
me?
I can hear you. How you doing?
Hi, everybody. I'm good. I'm
You
doing
doing
good.
great?
Did you see me jump out? I went out of the backstage and
I
came
did.
back.
I did. It was cool because I saw you disappear, and then
Scared me.
John and Amanda were going back and forth like me to the song. Amanda's still going. Yeah. So
Hi,
thank you,
everyone.
thank you for coming on tonight, helping me with.
Thank you.
I couldn't think of anybody better to help me with this for
Oh,
tonight,
thank
and
you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm
I
honored.
appreciate it. So without further ado, let's bring on the guests of honor. Um, not much introduction needs to be given here, but you got two of the most phenomenal people in our community. Period. I've had the pleasure of being at a few hunts with them and getting ready, and being able to discuss and talk about pretty much everything. And they're just amazing people. And I use the word amazing people, but they're also pretty good detectorists too. And so we kind of mix it up a little bit, and we'll have a little bit of everything. So I give you Amanda Digger DeGaz and Mr. John Hernandez right here.
Hi, y'all.
Hi, guys.
How you guys doing, man?
Doing well.
Awesome.
Doing well.
That's good, man. I know, Amanda, you've been a little bit under the weather, starting to feel a little bit better. That's good. We're glad to see that because usually, October and November for us, we're diggers, man. It's go time.
Yeah. It's
No
it's
heat.
been a bummer. It's been a bummer missing out the last 2 weeks. Especially we've had some nice weather and I can't.
But you know what though? You got a full plate on you, man. You got. I know you. I know you went um, to the shootout, and that was in
Indiana.
Indiana. You got Dig
Yep.
Stop coming up. It was at October, the last week of October, I believe.
Yep.
I know you did a weekend, I believe, with Gypsy recently.
Yep. She was in Indiana. Her and I flew out to Indiana. And then the 22nd we'll be in Gilmanton, New Hampshire for a hunt. And then the following weekend we'll be at Big Stock.
We,
And
we have our
then
first question.
oh
It's for John. Alan Hendricks wants to know what's John's beard's name.
I ain't got a name for it. No
You got a
name
name for
yet.
it yet?
That's too funny.
Does Amanda have a name for it?
I do not. I do not.
That's funny.
That might be an interesting topic of conversation. When the stream's over.
We'll try and think of one tonight. We'll see what we can
Yeah.
come up with.
There you go. So, like I was saying, I've had the pleasure of being around them, and I've gotten to, just not so much, as much as we all treasure hunt in some way, shape, or form, we do like other stuff. We do other things, and I've had some amazing conversations with you guys. And, for those of you who have not had the pleasure of meeting Amanda and John, John, let me tell you something. If you have not seen his photography, which you're going to see some tonight, just amazing. And I'm not one that has patience for those things. I'm perfectly content. And I know you guys can relate to this because you both dig. I just want to get out with my machine and swing and dig and hear things and hear tones. And
Yeah, man.
that's as far as my patience goes. I don't have patience for a ton of other things. But you know, we all have different and hobbies, and believe it or not, conversations that John and I have been about music or something other than detecting. You know, because when you're at an event and you're you know that the weekend is about, you know, you're digging and all that. There comes a point where 4:30, 5 o'clock comes and it's dark, and the digging's over, and you know that's the time to hang out and chill and talk about other things, you know, because you know we're gonna wake up the next morning and be at it digging again, so that'll come soon enough. But
And that was like the first time I met you, I think. I'm not sure what event it was, but it could have been the dig stock. We were talking after hours at the hotel room is where I met you for the first time.
Yeah, and then come out.
yeah, me, Amanda, and John would meet pretty regularly, somewhere around 5:30, 6 in the morning. You know, downstairs in the lobby, you know, grab a cigarette. Outside, grab a cigarette. But Come Out Swinging, which was a much smaller event last year, you know, and I, you know, Dig Stock was really cool, and you know, it was great to see. There was so many people there, but there's so many people you can't really get around to everybody. But
Right.
it's kind of why I like to Come Out Swinging. It's less people, a little more intimate.
Yep.
So you have more time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
John and I think we were at Charlie's house.
Oh,
And,
man. Yeah, we jammed for a while. We just
Yeah,
we
dude.
hashed it out.
Yeah, we did. We were just talking about music and blues and this and that, and it was really cool. So now, I know you got Dig Stock coming up. You guys are both going to Dig Stock, right?
Yep.
All right. Different area than last year's. Do you guys remember last year's? We were talking about this last night. Walking past Stinky Hill.
Oh, man. Dude, it wasn't even Stinky Hill. That was death, man. That was straight death.
I hear.
Nobody's going to forget that. Nobody will forget that.
You know what's funny? You know what I kind of equate that to? You know how you ever watch the crime shows and you hear like a police officer or a detective and say, you know, they'll say like, you know, when you've gone to some murder scenes and you've smelled decomposing bodies, you know that smell. It's there's nothing else like it. That hill,
Dude,
there's
it was so bad.
nothing else like it, man.
He,
It was
So,
he ran,
Oh, man.
and I got like, I wasn't running, and like all of a sudden the wind shifted and it hit me right in the face, and I started like, you know, gagging. And he,
yeah, it was like a tunnel, like because it was built up on
that
both
hill.
sides and there
Yep.
was carcasses everywhere.
It was.
And then you
Man.
think you're out of it, and up further on the hill, there's smaller animal carcasses. Man, that was horrible. That was the worst thing I've ever smelled in my
Wait.
life.
he turned
You know what
around, I did hear him chuckle as I moved, trying to like, and I'm
So bad.
Me
I
and Audrey,
wonder. Don't you wonder
Me-
what
me and
happened to
Audrey-
those cows?
I don't.
Yeah, it was a dump spot. I don't
yeah, it
know.
was, and that dump spot was had to be what, 20 feet high.
Oh, it was so bad.
Yeah, it was a tunnel of death.
It was because
Gross.
it was up on that hill, and that was the only way to get to that field was to go. Oh, it was so bad.
It was
It was
like
so bad.
it was like one of those real small Egyptian periods pyramids. But it was shit, dirt, and carcass sticking out. You had skull sticking out and humerus
man.
sticking out. We walked.
Yeah,
we
no
walked
joke. Like it was
No.
not good.
I walked past it. Me and Audrey were walking past it, and Audrey was in front of me, and I pushed her. I grabbed her and pushed her over to the side to try to block it from me. Didn't work, but it is what it is. But
Well, you made a memory.
Yeah,
I'm not sure we made that memory, but it's part of it now.
it was definitely memorable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something 10 years from now. Somebody's like, hey, you going to Digstock? Where is it going to be? Just tell me which location is going to be at. I'll let you know if I'm going or not. But yeah, man, it was so phenomenal getting to know you guys then at Digstock and then at Come Out Swinging. And
Same, man.
I gotta ask, and Amanda is funny. Amanda and I talk, every once in a while we go back and forth, and I always say the same thing to her. When's John gonna freaking start selling those pictures, man? That shit's awesome.
Yeah.
It is,
Soon.
man.
I always say soon. I don't know, man. I know we had talked off camera a little bit, but it's the quality control thing.
Yeah.
Like I got to figure out a good place to print it where
Right.
I can have it in hand to be able to ask people to pay for something like that.
Correct.
And that's what it comes down to.
Definitely, I'd say definitely something definitely worth looking into, man. If you could figure out
Yeah.
a way, a good quality, cost-effective way to do it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, like I said, I don't have patience for stuff like that. But every time you post a picture, I look at it and I go, because my daughter loves that stuff.
Cool.
My daughter, I remember it was a few years ago for Christmas. And my daughter's not young. My daughter's gonna be 30 in November. But I said, what do you want for Christmas? And she said to me, Canon T3i.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And so I went and I'm looking online and I'm looking, and I was like, all right, it's like 500, 550. I said, it's got to be a great camera then. And I got it for her for Christmas. She started taking pictures and I was like, wow.
Nice, man. Any camera is
That's a good gift.
Yeah.
What's that?
Any camera's a good camera as long as you got one in your hand.
That's it.
Taking
That's true.
pictures. You know what I mean? Same thing with a detector.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, my daughter likes to go for the expensive stuff.
Yep.
I've been talking. She said to me, she texted me the other day. She's like, Dad, my Canon T3i, it's getting a little outdated. There's a T7 out, right? I'm like, really? I
Here
said,
we go, right?
you're going to be 30. You can buy your own shit now, right? Because for Christmas, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But it's amazing, dude. Every time I see you post a picture, I sit there and say to myself, I really, really.
Kitty.
Mika, what are you doing?
She told you.
She always tells me. But every time I see it, I sit there and I say to myself, I really wish I had that patience, because I know there's sometimes you go out and you do it and you might sit there for a while.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's times I'll just sit and listen, you know what I mean? Like, and through taking pictures and stuff and going out, I've always been interested in photography, but Amanda actually, she has the T3i and she was taking pictures of birds one time. And I'm like, holy crap, that camera takes awesome pictures of birds in flight. Like she's got some really nice photography. And so I think the year after, or maybe I think it was the year after, she bought me one too. And, and I just go out and, if days I didn't want to go out digging and stuff, it's the same thing. You go out, you sit, it's the same thing as like going out in the field, right? You're just out in the field by yourself. You're listening to what the tones are. And same thing with photography, man. Like you just go out and I listen for what's around, look around. And
It's funny. It's funny you saying that. The funny thing about you saying that is, and if I remember correctly, like a year ago, maybe, it's funny you say that. Amanda taking pictures, and then you kind of got into the photography thing. And if I remember correctly, Amanda credits you with getting back into detecting.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, it's I don't know what you call that, but it's like this.
Shit came full
Oh,
circle.
wait a minute, it's opposite.
Yeah, so I mean, you know what though? That's good and it's awesome, because you know what? I guess you guys inspired each other in a way.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm just by myself. if I come home, I find stuff, I bring it home, I find like 300-year-old coins. My wife just looks at me and goes, "Okay,
Same here. Same
if
here.
you say so." "Hon, this is 320 years old." "Okay, if you say so." "Hon, this is 14 karat gold with diamonds." "What?" Excuse me?
Yeah, the head snaps back.
What? Where is it? Let me see. You know what though? That's awesome that you guys support each other and both ends of it in both spectrums. But for those of you who have not seen John's photography, you ever get a chance, get on his Facebook page. Whenever he posts pictures, I mean, it can be any birds, it could be anything, but they're awesome. I mean, for somebody
buddy.
who's not into it and somebody who would never be into it because they just don't have that kind of patience, I still look at it and just sit there and go, really, really wish I had that kind of patience. I just don't. You know, it's like with Amanda. She loves to mudlark, and
I ain't got the patience for that. That's crazy.
There's two reasons why I don't mudlark. One, I'm with you. I don't have the patience for it. And two, I'm 56 years old. I can't see shit.
I know.
Can't see.
Yes, you pick these things that are like these little tiny.
I know.
Like, I don't even know how it happens, but
I'm
don't
sitting
get
here. You know what the funny thing is? Sometimes I watch Amanda post her mudlarking pictures or mudlarking videos, whether it's on Facebook or TikTok or whatever. And I sit there and she'll find like these beads.
it.
And I'm sitting there looking at it and I'll go, and I'm looking at the picture and going, "That's a bead." And I'll sit there and I'm like, "Oh yeah. She saw this standing up, sitting on the ground."
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't do it. No.
I think your eyes kind of learn. Do you, Amanda? I think your eyes kind of learn to look for certain things. I've always looked for stuff as I walk. I've always been a treasure hunter, and I've always looked at the ground and pick up anything that's a little bit shiny.
Yeah.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
Same.
So now I got a question for Amanda, and I need to know the origin of this. The bag.
The bag.
The bag.
I love the bag.
We
love
all love the bag. We need to know the origin of the bag.
It's a good idea.
So it was, we went to a seated hunt, and there was a lot of newbies there that hadn't really detected before. And, they're getting used to their machine, and, they paid money to come to this hunt to find stuff. And I just kept hearing how disheartened people were that, they didn't find anything. So I was like, it would just be really neat to get to meet people in a way that here's something that, you didn't get it digging or anything like that, but here's something you can go home with that you got at the hunt. And at the same opportunity, it gives me the opportunity to meet more people.
Like an icebreaker.
It is, absolutely.
And they'll go home with something.
Yeah.
And you find something.
Yeah.
You know?
It's easier for people. What's up with
Sorry.
that? Do you hear that? Oh. I think it's easier for people like to walk up to you, Amanda, and say, "Hi, I'm so and so. I saw you had that bag." I
Yeah.
think it's an awesome conversation starter, and
Exactly.
I like it.
You
Thanks.
should see what she's been doing with the next bag. It's crazy, dude. Like,
All right.
Is it
So
full?
now, leading to the next bag. Okay. First of all, I just wanted to tell you guys that being around you guys a few times, one of the biggest things is you guys are approachable. That's the thing, is that people are not like, they know who you guys are. It's not like, they know who you are, but you guys, just the way you guys present yourself and the way you guys are, whether it's on social media or whatever, you guys just have that approachable, aura where people are like, "You know what? I can walk up to this person and say, I know you. I've seen your videos. I've seen this, I've seen that." And that's huge, man. When you're approachable, even new people coming in, they're like, they know who you are, and but yet you guys give off this kind of this aura about you guys that you know what? Come here, let's talk.
That's awesome, Bobby.
Yeah.
And that's big because you know what? I've been around, I mean, I've been around long enough and doing it long enough where there's just some people where, you just don't feel they're approachable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it could be that they're just quiet people too, right? Like I've been told I'm unapproachable a lot. Like that's weird you say that because it's like people look at me and go, "Holy shit."
Yeah, I know, right? But you know what? I mean, you do this long enough and you're involved in it, you're going to go to events and people are going to know who you are. People are going to recognize you. And as you guys know, and I'm sure Amanda, you know this as well. You guys both know this as well. Sometimes it's really cool. Most of the time it's really cool. And sometimes it can get a little creepy,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I know. So, but at the same time, you guys are just always in some way giving back. And that's one of the big reasons why I wanted you guys to come on is I'm doing this once a month for 1 year. That's it. I'm done after that.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yep. The Underground
Newsflash.
Showcase.
Yeah, wait a second.
What's going on here?
Hold on.
The Underground
Say it
Showcase.
yourself.
I'm doing
Hold
once
on.
a month for 1 year, and I'm done.
When does that start? Next year?
Last month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started with Jason, Quarter Hoarder, and all them. And this month, I had to have Amanda and John, as long as they were schedule was good. As long as all that stuff lined up. I know this is a busy time. This time of the month for all of us. We're all diggers. We wait for the fall, the heat to go away, fields to get cut, and off we go. So once a month, 12 months, I'm done. Not done streaming, but I'm done with the Underground Showcase. I just wanted to do it for 1 year.
Oh, I see.
And
I thought you meant you were not going to do your live.
I just was like,
Did you
wait,
think-
what?
Yeah.
well, that's always, the funny thing is that's always going to be a month-to-month thing because you guys have all been around long enough. They've all been around long enough. Life gets in the way sometimes. You never know what's going to happen a week from now, a day from now. As long as I still enjoy doing it, I'll continue doing it.
Nice.
That's it. When it's not fun for me anymore, or it becomes too much like a job, then I'll concentrate more on the digging and less on everything else. What? We have a question?
You didn't say hi to everybody yet.
I don't do that with guests. They
Oh.
know how much I appreciate them being here.
No, I meant the people in the chat.
I know. Tonight's about
Okay.
exactly
Gotcha.
Goose Rabba.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's in some movie.
It's a
Okay.
great movie.
Yeah,
It is.
it's in a movie.
All right.
So
But
anyway,
yeah, so if you're at Digstock, hopefully I've been spending a lot of time working on the newest stuff for the bag. So definitely make sure you come and say hi.
You could call it it's the approachable bag.
We
approachable
call it
bag,
the treasure bag.
Yeah.
But
Treasure
yeah, you
bag.
get a little goodie bag and
I like it.
your other partner in crime has just entered the chat.
oh, Miss Gypsy.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
ma'am.
My friend.
Is she?
Okay.
Gypsy.
Gypsy
So
Jewel.
we did have a
Bring
question.
her.
We did have a question earlier from the ambient one.
Okay.
When I asked you about the bag, she said, "Which bag?"
Yeah.
Not his. It will be the treasure bag.
I got you. I got it. I got to tell you this. Amanda, your bag is amazing, especially with the lacy little like it's like you would find like the little Easter eggs in and stuff like that.
I got an Indian head penny in mine. The
I
big
did
stock
too,
last
and
year.
I love
Mhm.
Amanda's bag.
Yep.
But John's bag will give
Amanda's
you a
got a
run
nice
for your
bag
money.
personally myself.
Huh. You have
Right?
to I'll have to see that in October.
I don't think
Well,
we can do that
you've never
live here.
experienced.
That's not.
She's never experienced the bags. Oh, there's not one. There's two.
What? Yeah.
I love both bags.
Hey, what are we talking about here?
Oh my goodness,
Oh, man.
Bobby.
That's
Bobby.
so funny.
What?
Let's go.
Bobby.
Let's go.
Hey, you know what? But you know, shh. But hey, you know what? Just because you were out there, and none of you were there, and none of you were ever there, and you didn't experience it. Sorry, not sorry. But you guys, I love bags. Yes, thank you, Richie. Thank you, Gypsy, for popping in, and all of you for popping in and sharing this time with Amanda and John. Gypsy obviously knows firsthand how great you guys are. Um, you guys experience more with her than everybody else, rightly so. Treasure Vortex, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody knows what that is.
They
I
do. Of course
assume.
they do. But when is John going to be a guest on Treasure Vortex, man?
Dude, you are the first person to get me to do anything live. I just want you to know that. Like,
Yep.
you would ask me before, and I'm like, maybe in time, and I'm like, you know what?
Good.
I think you
Yay.
guys brought me in last week. I think you and Amanda were.
We double team.
Yeah,
Tag
yeah.
team.
You guys lassoed me, and it's cool, man.
You know what though? Here's the thing though, John. There was a time when, before I met you, that, you knew Amanda, you knew Gypsy, you knew All Metal Mode, you knew Zero Discrimination. But you know what? Meeting you guys and having seen you both together at Digstock, and then again at Come Out Swinging, I when I asked Amanda, I said, you know what, I need both of you, man, because you know what, there's, you guys are a team in a sense, I mean,
Absolutely a team.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Not in a sense.
that's
For
right.
sure.
Yeah, but Gypsy and Amanda are a team in one aspect, and then you guys are a team in many aspects.
Yep.
I am so glad. I'm think you're just so lucky, both of you, because nobody in my family is interested at all. So my team members are all of you.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is? If Amanda looks at John, wakes up in the morning, and goes, "Hey, let's go detecting." John's like, "Let's go." If John wakes up in
Well,
the morning,
not all the time.
no,
All
but,
the time. It depends, man.
but if John wakes up in the morning, and says to Amanda, "Hey, let's go hit that field." If she's feeling, up to par and all that, you guys are gone. I wake up in the morning and look at my wife and say, "Hey, let's go hit this field." My wife's like, "Is there a mall there?"
You just
Is there a
kidnap her
mall?
one day, bring her out there, grab another detector.
John, let me tell you something. The one and only time twice she's ever been to where I was detecting. One, right after COVID started, she wanted to buy a new car. Right? So she comes out, she starts showing me this and showing me that, and this is where it is. Can I get this car? Blah, 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 blah. The second time was Audra and I were hunting one of my spots, and I lost my freaking car keys. So I had to call my wife up to bring me my spare keys. Only two times she's ever been anywhere near my detector outside of the house.
Oh man.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what? I see a question in the chat.
Do it. Hit it.
All right. Shannon Bortner, Q.
Cute.
She wants to know what's your favorite mudlarking find, Amanda.
My favorite mudlarking find. I think I'd have to go with the 2 Real that I found.
I remember that.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was, I flip a lot of acorn tops because they're circles in the mud. And I was down mudlarking, and this one over here met a random guy who was like,
Yeah, it was right after I just got a new lens, and this guy walks up. We were talking and stuff, and he's like, "You can really get some good stuff down here." So he brings me through this trail, and it was the first night I used this lens, and I was like, trying to baby it and stuff, and he took me down this path, and it's actually like a shootout for there's like a shootout down there. Lack of better words.
the
but,
treatment place.
yeah,
water
so
treatment.
so we go across that, and we end up way down river, and she looks up, and I see her hands go up like, what the hell? And I'm like,
I'm on the other
and I
side.
waved, and then the guy took off, and I said, hey, there's a bunch of stuff, glass in the mud and stuff down here. So she came over, and within what, like,
It was almost instantaneous. I went over, I found umbrella ink, and then an intact clay pipe bowl with a little bit of the stem, and then a clay marble, and I was just so excited and was flipping things
yeah, and
over.
it was pretty quick too. It was right
Yeah,
on the
I think it
surface.
was 1767, Carlos the Third, 2 Real. But I had no idea when I first, because it was covered in its brackish water. So I'm like, what is this? I don't know what this is. And then I'm like, oh my God.
I bet. I
Yeah.
bet.
You know
So
what's
that
funny?
was-
There's people in the chat right now who have never found a Real are sitting there going, do you know how many holes I've dug?
I said,
Do you know how many holes I've dug?
And
And
you
she
found it
just
mudlarking.
walks along and goes, oh, that looks like Carlos.
What,
Is
Amanda,
that
was that in Maine?
It was, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, Audra has a question. She wanted to know when you were coming back to Dead Horse Bay.
Oh,
And I have to say, when you do, I want to come.
I don't know. I've looked at the calendar. I'm hoping maybe in the spring or maybe mid-November.
Really?
That's pretty soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it
I did.
too
John
cold?
and I went there the first time. He had a friend playing in Brooklyn, and I figured out distance-wise how far it was from DHB. And on the way there, I'm like, can we please stop? And we
was
stopped,
cool.
and it was a lot of fun. And then, yeah, I had to bring Gypsy because I'm like, she loves mudlarking when she comes to visit me. And I'm like, this is a dream spot to go to.
I would too.
So, yeah. So hopefully soon. And yes, I'll let you know.
I know there's
Well,
certain
if it's
parts-
mid-November, I'll just be getting back
Yeah, right.
after about
There's
swinging.
certain parts of Dead Horse Bay I know that you can detect, some parts you can't detect, certain, and also you need a permit.
Yep.
Yeah, because I have the permit for New York. I just never have a chance to get there. I just renew it every year. It's free. You just email, hey, I want to renew my permit. Great. We'll send you the thing. It's free. 2 weeks later, you have it. I've had it for 3 years now. I still have not gotten to New York.
Wow.
Still haven't. And I'm
So,
40 minutes away from Staten Island.
hey, Bobby,
Yeah.
I would kind of like to see some of those pictures of John's pictures.
You just want to see me screw up.
No, I don't. That's
Yes,
not
you
it. I didn't see them in our texting and stuff. So
I haven't seen it.
looking forward to seeing
I
it.
saw the emails. Oh, look at that.
Stop
we
it.
got-
Show us.
Oh, you want to see it? Oh, okay. Why didn't you say so?
Stop teasing everybody.
All right, hold on.
John's got to have a drink for this.
John and I had a drink before this started. All right, let's see here. Share. We got Beautiful Edge.
Beautiful Edge. Wow.
Yeah. Check
So
that out.
that's actually a ring I found detecting out with John, actually. I love detecting dirt piles at excavation sites.
And that was
So-
in there?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That is beautiful.
It's a blue topaz? Is that what it is?
I'm not sure what it is. I do know that that's going back to the property owner. We have a couple permissions that everything goes back
hmm
and that ring is going to be going back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
awesome.
I feel that way about finding stuff. I don't have to keep it. It's kind of like fishing to me. It's kind of like catch and release. I just want to find it and take pictures of it and stuff and then give it back.
Oh, so in other
Great.
words, that gold coin you found, you're gonna take a picture of it and then just like put it back.
Well, not that.
Okay.
There's a
Most
few select, a few
There's-
select
yes.
things.
Mhm.
If I had found something at one of these permissions I really want, then I'll talk to the property owner and let them know like how I feel. And
What is that?
Check that out.
Yeah, so
What
that's
is that?
when we were in New York, we went up and talked with Ed Conklin. Kerry Ed Conklin had invited us up.
Yeah.
And we dug. He had. Oh man, it was a great time. What was it, like 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they hosted us on a dig, and dude, it was a blast, man. It was so fun. I love Ed Conklin. Like I cannot wait to hug that man again, man. It's great. We'll see him soon, but that's a New York State Seal watch fob, I believe, or some
Yeah.
kind of medal or medallion. Or something.
Definitely a
I
fob.
believe it's a watch fob.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Wow, you get to go to man, you pulled up some history there, bro.
Yeah, we dug like south of Rochester, man. I had never been out that way, and it was wicked fun, man. It was a great trip.
Awesome.
That
Went all week.
oh, that would be so
Ooh,
neat to
We
find.
got I see harmonica reeds and range guide rings and all I see large.
Oh,
Is that a
man.
matron?
It's not. I thought, yeah. I wish.
That's
Is
awesome.
that a
man.
matron? I just wondering, is that a matron? He says that, John,
Oh,
about
yeah, it's
anything you dig. But I
No,
didn't
it's funny.
see.
You know what it? No,
It
you know what
looks
it
like
is.
it could
Every
be.
time Audra and I go out,
Liberty
right?
Cap.
Every time Audra and I go out, we dig a copper. It's a freaking matron. Every time, almost every time.
That's a lot of stuff for that was one dig, John.
That was the whole week, right?
Accumulation.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
mine, yours,
Awesome.
a couple other people's.
That's a good couple
Right.
months for some people.
That is a never for me unless I come up to New England.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I can find the horse tack and I can find a knife.
I got harmonica reeds and forks and pocket knives and
hmm
spoons is like my Achilles heel.
That's awesome. You said last night on Audra's show, I heard you say, Bobby, at the time I was spoonless. I laughed. At the time I was spoonless.
I was spoonless for a while. Yes, it's it is what it is. I just couldn't find spoons for a while. I don't know what the problem was, but let's see what else we got here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ooh, what is that? Is it ivory?
It's actually it's marble, and
Marble.
it's a little hut, or they're usually in like bamboo plants or something
Yeah.
like that.
it
Yeah.
almost
There was a revival.
it almost
Yeah.
looks like a almost kind of looks like a little temple.
Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Asian or something.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
cool.
Shaolin.
Very cool.
That's
Great.
awesome. Let's see what else we got here.
I'm sorry I can't watch the chat. I'm bad. Oh,
Ooh.
wow. What a great picture.
Who took that? That John?
Yeah, so that was down at a school
Oh.
that I go up to in York. I believe that was in York. It was a family out there. Got a bunch of pictures of them that day.
That's awesome, man.
Just to see a fox would be awesome to me, but to see the fox kissing each other that's a great picture.
PG-13. PG-13.
I mean it. That's amazing.
That is awesome. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh,
Wow.
snowflake.
Yeah, so I started getting I really like macro photography, and I built this thing and it was really inexpensive, but it was a manual rig, and past couple of years just been once it snows, man, I'm outside all night shooting pictures, trying to get individual snowflakes because it's crazy, dude. It's absolutely nuts to you can see them, you can see them with the naked eye, which I never really noticed. But then once you get in there, it's some pretty neat stuff goes along.
That's awesome, man.
Looks alien,
Yeah, right? We're all aliens, man. That's just
Wow.
when I see you post these,
That's a
That's-
Hawkeye.
that's awesome. That's It's almost like you caught him in a state of like, I don't know, like
State of chill is what he's in.
Yeah, they say that those eyes of those hawks and the other raptors can see from so high up in the sky a tiny little mouse. It's just amazing.
and the funny thing is, I hold a Wheatie or a coin in my hand right here, and I can't see a damn thing. I have to pass it to somebody else and go, "What's the date on that, man?"
John, I have a question for you that I don't know if you want to share it or not, but
Yep.
Bobby said, for us to look on your Facebook to see your pictures. Do you want to share your Facebook, or do you have a Facebook group or something that
It's
where we
open.
can
Yeah, you just look on John Hernandez, and
John Hernandez? Okay.
yeah, it's an open page, and that's primarily share, pictures and stuff like that.
I'm telling you,
Is
man.
it
go check it
JON?
out.
Yep, JON, and then HERNANDEZ.
Go. I'm telling you, go check it out. I have the luxury of every time he does take pictures and he posts them, I get to see him, and I just like stop and go, wow. I really wish I had patience for something like that. I don't, but I've seen you post pictures, and I sit there and say to myself, you know what? That would look really freaking cool in my living room.
Well, you
Yeah.
tell me which one you want, and we'll get it printed out for you.
You
I got
you
it.
gotta.
Where's my pen and paper? I got a list, bro. I got a list, man.
John, do you have like a little thing with your signature or something that you can put at the bottom of your pictures, or some kind of something, to keep people from stealing your picture?
So for me, it's like once it's on there, that like unless you put like a watermark across the whole picture, which I guess I could do, I'm not
Mhm.
worried about it. Like I tell all my friends, if you want the picture, just take it and print it. You know what I mean? Like, and
I still, if I had it, I would want your name on it. Just me.
Absolutely.
I
that's
think that'd
awesome.
be cool. I think that'd
Yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah,
That's-
the watermark thing, a lot of people have brought up, and I'm just not sure. Like to me, it
Mhm.
really doesn't matter because if you put it at the bottom, somebody could always crop it if they wanted it, or they could just Photoshop it out. So it's really not. It's a non-issue for me as far as watermarking. The only thing it does is promote your photography if you're
Yeah.
promoting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm really
Yes.
not promoting my photography right now.
You should. I think
Yeah.
you should. Hopefully.
It's not like you're getting any kind of peer pressure or anything. There.
Yeah, none at all.
Sorry.
Oh man, you talk to my buddy Jason, man. My buddy Jason has been up my butt for years, and he actually set up a spot on his website so I could sell my pictures and stuff. And oh man, he gives me crap every once in a while. He'll send it to me and go, "It's still empty, dude." And
Well, let me ask you this then: if you're getting it from all kind of different directions,
right, yep,
yeah, there might be something. There might be a little something to it.
right.
And Amanda's over there going, "Yes, please,
Yes.
yes, do it, yes."
Oh,
Do it.
man.
All right, let's see what else.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, you guys.
All
You're
right, so
welcome.
look at that.
It's awesome. What is that?
Now that
That's-
looks alien.
That is a moth? What is that?
Yeah, so in the macro photography, I do a lot of photography of like bark. If I see like a lot of the regular photos that I take, if I see any kind of thing that looks like a face or a figure or something like that, I'll take a picture of it. And then what I was doing for a while was digitally mirroring them. And a lot of people do it. You know what I mean? It's not something that's original. It's just a matter of finding the most realistic kind of being or face or entity within the bark or stone. I also do stone. This one's kind of weird. I guess if you look into it a little deep, yeah, there is some weird stuff in there. And as a whole, the big picture, there's a big.
That's a great.
Scott McClory said it looks like Predator without the mask.
There you go. Awesome. I love people's
echoing?
interpretations of it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've done that too. He has printed some of those off, and I'll hang them up. And he'll come out and he'll be like, "Hey, it's upside down," and I'm like, "No, there's the face right there."
I can see. Am I echoing?
I don't
Am
know.
I
Say
echoing?
something.
Hello. I guess not. I
No.
see a bunch of faces in that, and I see some other stuff too. That's cool. And that's a piece of bark.
Yeah, it's tough to tell. Yeah, it looks like yeah, I think so. Or it could be like a root or stone and wood,
That's
you know.
that's great. I
It's
see a
almost
face and then a
it's
face
almost like
under it and a face
yeah, it's
under it.
almost like you see two faces
Totem
on
pole.
one. Yeah, almost like a
You
totem
see,
pole.
Yeah.
name it totem pole.
A
That's
lot of
awesome.
them do end up like if I can get as many in one picture, like sometimes that's kind of cool. Sometimes I go for the big one. Sometimes there's one way in the
I
middle.
love that.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I would put that in my. Are you kidding me? And my wife could. She could. I'd be in a doghouse for a week. I'll put that up anytime. That's awesome, dude. Right
Oh wow. You have a good
That's a
camera
catbird.
too. What kind of bird is that?
This one's like super cropped and super zoomed in. So, but I still, it doesn't matter. I crop and zoom a lot of my stuff.
Me too.
I'm just trying to kind of nail them in flight.
What kind of bird is that?
Catbird.
You must have one hell of a stabilizer.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot. People are always like, "Oh my god!" But the lens. I invested in a lens that was hard to swallow during COVID. But I said, you know what? Yeah, it was a pricey lens. I mean, I paid for what I got, and it seemed kind of ridiculous to pay that much for a piece of glass. Like I was like, oh my god, like this is nuts. But I did it, and it's because of what I was doing. During COVID, nobody was doing anything, so I just go out and in the fields and the woods and stuff, and so it was worth it to me. And I've used it a ton since I got it.
All the
So.
time.
So I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you this question. I'm pretty sure I'm going to know the answer, and I'm pretty sure I can almost say Amanda's giving you a little bit about it. TikTok, bro.
Yeah, I've never uploaded it.
You should.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess you could, right? Like you're talking about with bird pictures.
Yeah.
All your stuff. It's easy. I don't like editing, and I
You don't
can
have
do.
to edit.
I can do
if
TikTok.
If you put it on TikTok, what do you mean? Like put if you put it on the TikToks.
John, let me tell you
Oh
something.
man.
John,
That's
let
like
me tell you
the
something.
interweb. You can put
Yeah.
it on the interweb,
Live
John.
on the internet today.
Let me tell you something, John.
Look it up.
I go to my TikTok to check whatever I'm checking. Unfortunately, when you get onto the TikTok app,
Yeah.
you see videos first. You see like people you see stuff you don't want to see first.
Junk.
Right.
And some of the stuff I see, hi, if you're not an older man, please keep scrolling. I don't want to talk. I'd rather see this, bro.
But
Nice.
when you start liking, like most of my stuff that pops up now is all metal detecting or treasure hunting stuff,
Gotcha.
because that's the people that I follow, the people that follow me, and so I don't get all that junk anymore.
Yeah.
Hardly ever. So you should look at it. I agree with Bobby that TikTok, you can put your stuff on there.
Yeah,
It's
that would make
easier.
sense, right? And then you got a page, like there's your bird page or photography page.
And Audra is one of our people in our community that's really good at photography too. And she
I love
just
Audra. She's awesome.
I do too. Everyone loves Audra. She's so sweet. But she just said in our chat that Instagram has some good photography stuff too. So on that, if you have that,
I do have an Instagram page.
there you go.
Yeah, it's John Hernandez 923, I think, something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
John Hernandez 923.
923.
And I don't put a lot of stuff, but
I'm gonna write it down.
We have a question from Richie, Madison, Maine. Amanda, with that amazing voice, do you narrate books or stories?
You should.
I agree.
I don't currently. Maybe in the future.
I can see what they're saying, because like when I go on to Spreaker, and it's not like Spreaker's not like here where people can go into the chat of your stream, like the day before and make comments and go in. When you guys do your podcast, you can't do anything until it starts. There's nothing there to see or nothing. So, but I get it. But you know what? It's like you're sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden you hear, "Hi, I'm Amanda Digger to Gods," and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, okay."
You do, Amanda. You do have a really good voice.
Just sit back and listen now.
I don't like to hear myself. I sound like a yeehaw.
I'm in the same way. I'm not really a fan of my own voice at all.
It's good.
And then I have my own words. I have my own Amanda-isms. And
Mhm.
They're great. All of them go on the calendar, and we have
There you
all the
go.
calendars saved.
Let me tell you something. That's all. I don't have the voice. I don't have the face. I just stream, and you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. That's the only reason these people are here. You know, I could be sitting here talking about one thing, and the next thing you know, I'm going off on a tangent and F-bombs and shit's flying all over the place. And
Perfect.
that's the only reason you're here.
Oh gosh, John, I'm not very good at multitasking, but I am trying to look at the chat. Y'all see me looking down, and I saw that Charlie Harley is here. Hi, Charlie.
Charlie.
I see you soon.
Bro,
Wait a minute. He said, John, if you come down to his area, there's a Hawk Mountains bird sanctuary near him. So,
Awesome.
and
All
there's a
right.
lot, and you can metal detect. That's where I
Yeah.
found my best stuff is right near his house.
Yeah, Charlie put us on a spot last time,
Yeah.
and I was able. I
Mhm.
found a silver dime at a spot we were at.
Hmm
It's awesome.
I found a 1700 shoe buckle. That's one of my
Nice.
favorite finds.
Oh, boy.
And that we were in a creek. Me and Charlie were in a creek. So
Cool.
that squirrel is looking
Was it
right
Shit
at
Street?
you.
Yeah.
No, it was the Manitowani Creek.
okay.
Look at that squirrel. He's looking right at us. He's looking at everyone.
Yeah, we have backyard friends. We've rehabbed some animals and whatnot, but we have chipmunks and squirrels that will come up and let them feed them. And
Did you put those blackberries and raspberries out there?
yes, yep,
Yeah. His tail is all fuzzy.
You
Yeah.
put
Fuzz
blackberries and
out.
raspberries out there?
Yeah,
I
those
can
are
make
great.
moonshine with that stuff.
That's
Yeah,
a
we have-
great picture.
we have tons of blackberry bushes and raspberry bushes. So
Hmm
Wow.
I love that.
All
He's
right.
looking at everyone.
yeah,
There
Oh,
he
look
is.
at you. Ah, John, you sing
So,
and
so
you
this
play
is
the guitar.
a little bit. I make some
Yeah.
noise.
Amazing.
But this was a picture from the first time I ever did an acoustic set by myself. During COVID, I was like, I'm gonna do an open mic. I'm gonna go somewhere
Proud of you.
where I don't know anybody. I'm just gonna get it out of my system. I played in bands for a long time here and there. Not a lot out. A couple bands. One band we played out. Another one we only did one show. But I never did an acoustic thing by myself. So I worked. Just learned a good kind of 6, 7, 8 songs. And then, I played, that was Woodstock, my buddy's birthday party a couple months ago. And it felt good. It was all right. It was a little weird. I ran before I played because, I was next and I was filming the show. So I ran. So I was out of breath for like the first 2 songs. And then it was kind of a shit show, but it was cool. I got it
It
out of
was
my
awesome.
system.
I
It's
am
It's
very
like John
impressed.
Hernandez. It's like watching an old like MTV. It's like John Hernandez unplugged.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, John. We have another question.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Is it Nancy?
Is your
Yeah.
guitar,
Oh,
is
my
your
goodness.
guitar is your guitar nearby? Can you grab it?
It's near.
Do it. Come on,
He's like
Please.
right now.
please.
Why not?
You
Yeah,
don't
I
have
guess.
to. You
Maybe.
don't have to, but if you want to.
Yeah, we can do that. Give me a second here.
You got it, man.
Yay!
All
And
right.
in the meantime, I'm going to ask you a question, Amanda.
Oh, here it
because-
comes. Here it comes. I know it. I know it's coming.
When I was on your show recently, you asked me this question, and I think you asked everybody. If
Mhm.
you were a superhero, which superhero would you be, and what would your superpower be?
So I know originally my response was Catwoman, so I could be like slinky and like,
Ooh.
it's changed. I would really like to be have Superman powers because I'd have X-ray vision, and I could travel at the speed of light and get to all the different spots. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for that.
That's cool.
I remember.
I saw someone recently was asked that question, and their answer was, "I would be whatever superhero could steal the other people's powers, and then I could have all the powers."
I
All the
remember.
powers.
I remember when I was on Amanda and Gypsy's show before Treasure Vortex, when it was still all metal mode, and they asked me that question, and my answer today is still the same as it was then. When she asked me what my superhero was, it was my daughter. Remember that?
Oh, that's sweet.
Uh,
Yeah,
she's
I should
the
have said that.
strongest woman I know, besides my own mother.
Mm. All right, John, we're ready. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Oh gosh.
He's gonna play Shaggy Dog.
Oh, dude. I tried it, Bobby. One of these days I'm gonna get it for you.
Is
Like
it,
I tried that song.
is Amanda singing this one?
If she wants to, she can. So I'm not sure because it was loud how it's gonna go.
All right.
Amanda, do you sing?
I can. No, I do.
Okay.
Is that how's that sound, Bobby?
Sounds good.
All right. So this week, so Monday I learned a song. It was Heartbreakers, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It's like kind of an unknown song. It was on She's the One movie soundtrack. I don't know if you ever saw the movie. Came out in the 90s, and it's like one of my favorite Tom Petty songs. I don't really have it fully memorized, but now I'm all nervous. Damn it, Nancy.
Don't be nervous. You can do it. Amanda.
We grew up last. That's not it. Grew up fast. Yeah, see, I get put on the spot and it's like, hang on a second.
You got it.
And no one seemed to notice. We grew up fast. And we grew up alone. Mom and Dad were never what we wanted. We grew up fast, and we grew up alone. We grew up alone. Well, you know who I am, so don't treat me like I'm someone else. Well, you know who I am, don't treat me like I'm someone else. You never talk like that to no one else. Grew up last when lies were just a fact of life. We grew up mad, 'cause we never had a home. We faced the past and forgave the revolution. Grew up smashed, and we grew up alone. And we grew up alone. Hey, now, brother, I got no fight with you, but I
just can't lie down. Hey, my brother, I got no fight with you, but I just can't lie down. No, I just can't lie down. I don't know, something like that.
Yay.
Yeah, there's a whole other part, but I got all
You know
nervous.
what?
Nancy.
Tom Petty. That was very Tom
You know
Petty.
what? I have a proposition for you guys.
Yikes.
Seriously. I have a proposition for you guys. Once the winter's over and spring comes and it warms up, starts to warm up, and I have a lot of spots here to detect, but you know what would be really cool? You guys come for a weekend, crash here. I got a full finished basement. We'll detect for a weekend, and I'd love to see you guys come down. And John, I'll get Audrey down here with
I
her,
would love to.
with her base. And
Cool.
yeah, Buddha stock. I like it.
Buddha stock.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I like it.
Music. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Music and detecting. Those
Hell
go
yeah,
together.
detecting music, and
Festival.
we'll go out and have a few, adult beverages.
Sounds fun.
Have a
It
weekend, bro.
does. It does.
And I live 10 minutes from the beach, so we could detect a farm field one weekend day and go hit the beach another. It's kind of cool. I
Yeah,
dig
that
it.
sounds really fun. Bobby,
Oh,
do you have more pictures that that
might,
Amanda
yeah.
sent?
And you know what the funny other thing is too? Amanda will like this. Not only am I blessed enough to live 10 minutes from the beach, but Audra and I are really close to the bay.
Oh.
Mud larking, yeah.
Cool.
I go to I have about 2 or 3 spots in the bay I go to, and there's a guy. He walks around with this little. I want to say it almost kind of looks like it's like almost like a fish net, but it's a strainer. What he does is he walks up and down the bay, and I'll see him when I'm detecting the bay, and all he does is look for marbles. He finds them all the time.
That's awesome.
All
Daniel,
the time.
Daniel just said in the chat that he could be the roadie, and I could do that too. Pick me. Pick
There
me.
you go.
That's a good idea for people that can't sing or play a musical instrument. Yeah, I would love to be there.
Check this out. This guy looks a little bugged out.
Bugged out.
We'll let John describe this one for us, though.
Oh yeah. Is that Cooper's?
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's a
wow.
Cooper's hawk. I'm not really good at identifying either. Like I've learned a lot by just taking pictures, like to identify. Sometimes I'll put up not even. That's why half the time I won't put up what it is because there's little things about each hawk that yeah, I used to call every hawk a red-tailed hawk. You know what I mean? But there's like how many
So
species?
many.
Yeah, it's
So many.
crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's a Cooper's.
that's
See,
a
this-
great picture.
This is some of the stuff I look at, and then I go, "Oh, see, I like that. That's
Wow.
freaking awesome, dude."
So I think that was another bark one, if I'm not mistaken. So it's actually bark. And then I just high contrast, I think, on that one.
But the thing is that
I could
when you
find
look at something like this, there's so many different interpretations.
Right.
Yes.
It's like a Rorschach. Is it Rorschach? No.
The
I almost say Kolchak.
the Rorschach test. The Rorschach test.
The
Yeah,
Kolchak test.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Dude.
man.
Well,
See,
I
I love
I
shit
see
like that.
stuff in there. Me too. I can look at the clouds. I'm one of those people who lay down, look at the clouds, and see stuff in the clouds. So
Absolutely.
there's a lot more stuff there than in the
Well,
clouds.
that's
great.
the one.
At
That's
the
the
very,
one,
very,
Teresa.
very bottom. Look at the very bottom in the middle. I see a man's
Oh, yeah.
face. Y'all see
Yeah.
that little? That he looks like a troll or something. That's awesome. And then up
I
above
look
that, I
like a
see a
troll.
skeleton face. I see a
Nice.
bunch of stuff. That's awesome. Keep
I
going,
see
Bobby.
a praying mantis
That's
up at the
awesome.
top with the 2 eyes and the.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome.
Mothman. I think Mothman's at the very top.
Now, if you can tell me now, here's all right, Teresa. You know what?
Yes. What?
If you can tell me what town and what state Mothman is from, I'll be really freaking impressed.
I can't. The only thing I know about is Hannibal Lecter, Mothman. That's the only Mothman I know.
There's an actual Mothman urban legend,
Oh,
and
I might know the state.
Silence of the
it's
Lambs.
in West Virginia,
I don't know the state.
and,
Oh my
and
goodness.
it's actually in a town that is 10 minutes from my house called Point Pleasant. It's in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. It's an urban legend. People seeing the Mothman flying around, red eyes. Pretty cool. And I know that because I live 10 minutes from a similar
That's cool.
town.
All right, wait, Bobby, go back 1 second. Let's look at
All
that
right.
one more time.
Let me go back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think I see 4. Is that in your backyard?
Yep,
That's awesome. And I see
one of
4
our bench feeders.
very different birds.
There's actually 5.
They're fine.
Oh, I see 4.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do see the other one. He's on a branch way back in the background.
Yep.
Yeah. Is a cardinal on the left side of the picture? Is that a cardinal? Like a
Jeez.
female?
It could be, but it's a little small for me. I'm not
Yeah.
really sure.
That's awesome.
Richie.
And you catch them flying. That's cool. All right, Bobby, carry on.
We have a question. When you're not detecting, doing photography, or playing guitar, what is your best way to chill and have a good time?
Oh man.
Do you even have time?
Yeah, I mean, just music, just listening to music, really, you know, chilling out, and a lot of it's reviewing the photos too. You know, I try not to take a bunch of them, but you know, if I take a bunch of pictures, then I got to go through and delete the ones that, you know, because you can fill up a hard drive easy. A
Yeah.
lot of professional photographers, they snap and they don't stop, and that's how they get their super good photos. I try not to do that. Because you just end up for hours going through the same picture, you know, for forever.
Well,
Yep.
we have a pretty good sized backyard, and we enjoy sitting out there having a fire when we're not in severe drought.
We haven't had
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been kind of stinky when it comes to that because the last like 3 years we've been in pretty good drought. But before that, you'd hang out by the fire and play music and just chill.
Phil Bortner wants to know if you have a favorite band, John or Amanda, and/or.
I mean, I love Chris Stapleton, but like early on when he was with the Steel Drivers and Johnson Brothers and like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I saw Chris Stapleton with the Eagles in Dallas.
It's awesome.
Ooh.
We got to meet him and like get his autograph, and
Wow.
it was before he became popular. He played at the Wolf's Den in Connecticut.
It was like
It was
30
free.
people,
Free, I think, to go see him.
30 people at a Chris
Wow.
Stapleton show. Like it was crazy. It was a great time. We got to meet him, and it was
That's
neat.
awesome.
But as far as a favorite, I can't say. There's too many
Yeah,
bands
there
out
is.
There's so much.
I agree. And the funny thing is, when John and the last time I saw John and I sat there probably for a good hour, if not more, just talking about music and not so much like influences, just music in general. And funny thing is, people that know me, like when I go and I get up in the morning on my day off, like tomorrow morning I'm off, right? I'm gonna get up and Amanda just jetted on us.
Yeah,
And
the kitties did bad things.
I'm gonna get up tomorrow morning, Knox charged, ready to go, get out, get in my car. When I'm like that, I throw Metallica on, I throw Judas
Yep.
Priest on, or whatever. I'm want to get geared up. And John and I were talking, and I was telling John one day, I said, sometimes I go home and I sit down and I just sit down in a chair, man, and I listen to
Someone's
We-
knocking at my door. I'll be right back.
Jehovah's Witnesses. I just sit back in my chair and I listen to like 80-year-old blues.
Yeah, man. You put me on to Lightning Hopkins. I mean, I've heard some stuff, but dude, Shaggy Dog, like, is one of the greatest songs. And that album confuses
The
me. So
whole
I
album.
I looked up the album, like, that song is fully produced, all instruments, but the rest of the album is all like raw acoustic.
It's all it is.
Maybe I didn't find which is fine, but it's weird. That's the only song that's got bass, guitar, drums. So I'm so confused about that track. And it's when I looked it up, also you look it up, it's Shaggy Dog or Shaggy Dad.
Shaggy Dad. Yep.
Yeah. And I'm like, so I've been trying to look up the history on that and figure out what the heck. It's such a weird track. It's so bizarre and it's awesome, man. Like,
The funny thing is, it reminds me so much. It reminds me when I sit back and I just grab a drink and I kind of just sit back and I kick back and listen. Some parts I listen to and I'm sitting there saying, wow, it's really well produced. And then I listen to other songs and I sit there and I say to myself, this sounds like 2 or 3 guys sitting on a porch somewhere in, I don't know where, somewhere down south, just jamming. And I just kind of kick back and I'm just like, cool. This is really cool. And I just chill, man. It's amazing, man. But the thing is, you're kind of like, I guess, kind of like I am. I'm so diversified in what I listen to.
yeah.
I can come home, sit back, and listen to 1930s blues.
Right.
But sometimes I'll come home and I'll go, all right, okay, Google, play my Sirius XM Classic Rewind. And I want to hear.
Streaming Classic Rewind from Sirius XM.
There she is.
Thank you. And I want to hear.
Technology.
I want to hear. Yeah, no, right. Shut.
Rachel Steele, Classic Rewind.
Stop, Google. Okay, Google, stop. Thank you. But I want to hear AC/DC. I want to hear Little Feat. I want to hear, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It depends on my mood. What I'm doing.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You got to be careful when you say Alexa or
Mhm.
okay, that thing over there, because that's what I do, man. I come down, I sit down in my laptop, and I just say, okay, you know who? Play my Sirius Classic XM Rewind, and I hear all my old 60s and 70s and music.
So do you have both? You have Alexa and Google?
Oh, hell, there's no Amazon in this house, bro.
Okay. All right.
No,
I was
but
gonna say, like, that's crazy. Two of
No.
them.
no, I have down here in my basement, I have my Google Home, and
Nice.
upstairs in my kitchen, I have the Google Hub, which got the screen.
Okay.
I do most of the cooking. My wife is the most amazing woman you'll ever meet. She's not extremely domesticated. So I do most of the cooking. So if I'm like hands and chopped meat and all that stuff, and I need a ingredient, but I don't have it, I'll sit there and say, okay, you know who, give me a substitute for this, and it'll pull it right up on the screen. I can see it. I don't have to stop or wash my hands or anything like that.
That's
So
cool.
it's all Google for me. But yeah, my music is so diversified. I mean, believe it or not, I even have a rap CD in my car. Very rarely do I listen to it, but every once in a while I get to a red light and I hear boom, 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 boom from the car next to me.
Mhm.
And I'll sit there and I'll go, okay. I'll turn it up. And then they'll turn around. It'll be like a 25-year-old. And
A B4.
they'll look over me and go, really? I'm like, yeah. I got Biggie in here.
All right, Bobby, do you have more pictures?
Let's see if I have more pictures. Psh. Ooh,
Ooh.
explain. Explain that one. Hold on. Let me share it and you can explain it. That one right there. Boom.
So for my birthday this year, I asked John if he would take me to. There's a mountain near us that has smoky quartz and garnet and tourmaline. So we went and spent half the day on the mountain and in these old like mine tailings, they're talings, and grabbed a whole bunch that had the red showing, which is garnet. And we got back, and I think actually like 2 weeks later, we were out back, and yeah, he brought the glasses out and the hammers, and he broke this one perfect that like the garnet is showing right in front of. That's actually the big red in the background is mica, and the centerpiece is like a perfect garnet that's like reflecting on the mica. So, but
You
it's
found
still in the
treasure.
pocket of the rock. So,
Treasure
That's
was
awesome.
in that rock.
yeah.
And
That's
I saw
awesome.
that. That was kind of like a pre-birthday kind of thing. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, we have a question for you guys. Do you guys have any guilty pleasures besides Maine lobsters?
I don't know.
On occasion, I like watching Judge Judy.
Really?
I'll eat ramen and cup of soup and watch Judge Judy.
That
It's
sounds
just,
fun.
it's the simple things in life, people.
Yeah.
It's the simple things. That's all.
No.
I
Judge
don't know.
Judy,
Yeah, that's
Judge
a-
Judy tells him like it is.
You know,
If she was from the South, she would tell him to kiss her Southern ass.
I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, come on, Judge Judy. Like, you could tell that guy's a scammer or this, that, and the other. But
you guys, do you ever watch that other judge? I can't think of the name of I can't think of her name offhand. I see a lot of TikTok videos with her. She's like I guess you could say kind of like a family court judge, does a lot like a child support. I can't think of her name. Damn.
That's not the one where the bailiff committed murder or something like that. Like her bailiff like committed murder.
How did he become a bailiff?
My buddy Tom showed me a video today, dude. It was crazy. It was really funny. The guy's like, look at how long have you been married? She asked the bailiff, and he was like 27 years. And the guy was like, look at him, he looks mad. And everybody kind of started laughing and stuff. And then the next clip is the guy's name, and they're bringing him to prison for murdering his wife. I was like, what the hell, man?
Oh,
It could be the same.
wow, man.
It was the craziest clip I've seen. It was on TikTok.
And all this
It's on the
shit,
TikTok.
all this shit I've done in my life never amounted to that. I could become a bailiff. Man,
Yeah,
Dang.
dude, it was crazy. It was weird. It was
that's
strange.
weird. Let's see
Yeah,
what we got
that
next.
garnet is beautiful.
Look at that one.
Amanda. And I gotta say this, Amanda. I dig in the dirt, and my fingernails do not look pretty like yours.
I try cleaning them a lot.
Is that the same one? Is that the same one, Amanda, or is it different?
This is a different one. So
Cool.
on the left side is actually there's smoky quartz with garnet, and then the one on the like right side is an actual like full garnet sitting still in the quartz, and it just again John managed to break it perfect that the garnet stayed in the pocket. And yeah.
Nancy wants to know if you'll send her that. That's her birthstone.
Oh, that's nice. I'll have to bring a couple. We have a whole bunch that we found.
Wow. John, dude, that's a freaking amazing birthday present, bro.
And it's a good picture.
Yeah.
It was fun for us, man.
Yeah,
I
it
never
was.
really done any rock hunting, and Amanda's done it.
There we go.
Aw.
We got goofiness.
Yeah.
Aw, look at
That's my
y'all.
vacuum
That's
detector.
fun.
I remember
Yeah.
that picture. That was cool.
So
That was cool.
Fun.
I think this is the first public viewing of it.
I don't know if I posted
Yeah.
it before.
By the
I think you
amazing
did.
Deb Cram.
Yeah,
I
Deb
love
Cram.
that.
Photo.
She came
That's
out
awesome.
and she was doing a photo shoot, and she just had this, John, grab the vacuum
Yeah, I'm
and
like-
go behind
I'm like,
Amanda with
okay,
the
I'll grab the
detector.
vacuum.
That's
That's
awesome.
a great picture, and your face, Amanda,
He's
is
laughing.
it's wonderful, and
Let me
he's
see what else we got.
smiling so big. I love that.
He is, man. Oh, treasure vortex.
Yeah,
Wow, is that in your house?
it is. It's a complete and utter mess right now.
Yeah.
So there's
Oh.
detectors. There's what,
Look.
3 detectors leaning on it.
It used to be a lot cleaner than that.
It was.
One of your home staters there, Richie, Madison, Maine, the madman, the one who will entertain you, wants to know, what do you do with the gemstones?
I just saw those.
I have Herkimer diamonds that I have around the house strategically so that if the sun hits it, it will shine. The garnets are the first that, that's a new, but most of the time
I
we
don't know
bring
what to
back
do.
fossils and crazy rocks, and we have a rock garden. It's the rock wall that goes around the garden out back is all fossils and shells and cool rocks that we found places.
I
I can-
usually, when I go somewhere, like when I went to Vermont and when I went to Pennsylvania, when I went to New York, I pick up different rocks too, and I put them all in a place outside my house in like a little garden. So that's really cool.
I can tell you what she does with the glass she finds, though. Let me see if I can come back here. What she does with some of her glass.
Oh, that's that is
So-
so cool.
Yeah.
That's made out of glass.
Yes.
Did you do that, Amanda? How's
No.
that? What is that?
I connected with a friend that he's on TikTok. He goes by Copper Top. I'll go to when I mudlark, I pick up thick. A lot of the places I go are relatively old glass, so they've got the real thick bottoms of the bottles, and I'll fill up an entire box and mail it down to him, and he naps them into arrowheads.
This was sent to me. This was sent to me by Amanda, probably about 3 months ago.
That's a
Um,
great.
Amazing
Yeah.
care package I got, and this sits actually at the top of my display up top.
That's
I
beautiful.
love this. I love this.
Amanda, do you find arrowheads where you are?
No, we when we went to New York, actually was the first. Don found his first. I have yet to find one. They're around, but I have yet to find one.
Well, that's a
So,
beautiful
I-
display.
I have a question from the ambient one. So, Amanda and John, when are we getting together? You guys are only about an hour apart,
We
right?
just need to set a date, right? It's what
Oh.
it comes down to.
So, Nancy is only, I think
40
like
minutes.
45, 50 minutes away, perhaps.
Wow, that's so close.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too close for not
Yeah.
getting together at
Just-
all yet.
Been so busy, and I know she's had stuff going on, and we've had stuff going on, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon here. I think she's gonna be at the dairy hunt. Well, we're at the Gilmanton hunt, so we're missing her at that hunt. So I don't know. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
You guys live way too close together not to get together and hunt.
Amanda,
Yeah.
are you planning on going to the dig stock that's in March in North Carolina? You plan on being there? Well,
You
maybe
bought
in
tickets?
in our chat group,
Oh, I guess you bought tickets. I don't know this yet.
Oh wow.
maybe in our chat there's some more people that are planning on going too. That's fun. I
Yeah.
haven't been to one there. I haven't hunted on that area in that area.
We've never hunted North
Yeah, we
Carolina.
haven't
It'll be
either.
fun.
I've
Yeah.
never hunted there either.
Yeah. They have
That
a
would be-
lot of cool Civil War history there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm going to try to pull something up real quick. Let's see. I'm going to use my considerable technical skills here.
While you're doing that, I saw in the chat a while ago when I said someone's knocking at the door. I heard everybody say,
Who's knocking at the door?
no, that I said that a while ago, and then I heard I saw in the chat a couple people say, everything reminds me of a song, and I heard at least KK and Nancy say, someone's ringing the bell. I don't know who sings that, but you know what I'm talking about.
Sounds like a Beatles
Anita
song.
Ward.
Yeah.
Someone's
Anita
knocking.
Ward. If you turn that down, if you turn that 45 down to 33, it's a great hip hop beat. You're talking about Ring My Bell? Ring my bell. Oh,
No, it's
completely
someone's
different song.
knocking at the door, someone's ringing the bell.
Oh.
It might be that same song. I don't know.
sorry. I'm talking about an old disco song.
Well,
I remember that. Ring my bell.
Yeah. If you put the record down to 33 speed, it's perfect hip hop beat.
Well, you know what? You know what, John? Since you said that, actually, believe it or not, you know what I have sitting in my car right now?
What's
I
that?
have a LP vinyl.
Why is it in your car? Dude, like that.
I
It's
actually
gonna
gave,
work.
I actually gave it
Work.
to some. No, I actually gave it to somebody for a benefit to give away
Okay.
to raise
Yep.
money. They didn't do it, and I said, you know what? I donated this to you, and to try to raise money for a foundation, you didn't use it. Oh well, somebody forgot to put it on there. Good, give it to me back. It's actually not a 33; it's a 78
Oh wow.
from a
So it's
jazz
an oldie.
1913
Wow.
vinyl.
Is it
Playable.
thick? Is that a thick,
Crazy.
a real thick?
No, different
No.
speed.
Oh, okay.
Different speed. You have to have the adapter to play 78s. It was a band called Paul Whitman and his orchestra. It was a jazz orchestra. The album was 1913.
Wow.
So you know what we're gonna do right now? I'm gonna give away a Underground Buddha pint glass, which
Sweet.
Teresa won recently.
I did. You're gonna bring it to me.
I
They
am
come out swinging.
the only person
Mhm.
actually has one physically in hand right now is Richie Madison Maine. He won the very first one I ever gave away. He has it.
Oh, I have one of those too.
That's the East Coast Metal Detecting Glass, baby,
Yep.
which Amanda and John got April in Come Out Swinging.
You had Underground Buddha ones made too?
You have some different ones?
I have those on my Teespring account. I do have Underground Buddha ones right now. I do. Richie owns the only one I had, the only one that has ever been given away. I will give away another one right now. And you have to type 33. Yeah,
33.
33.
All right, everybody, type 33.
Are we
in the
allowed to
chat.
enter?
You're allowed to enter.
Get your phone, type in the 33.
You're allowed to enter.
I can't see it. Oh, it's coming. I see a bunch of people typing it. I see Brian. I see Danyard. I see Dennis. I see Javier, Madison Maine, Nancy,
Richie
Dave Hart.
Richie's
Dave
posting
Hart,
fake
hi.
numbers because he already has one.
Squeak, Susan Toker. Hi, everybody. I can't do two things at once, so I'm fine. We can say hi to everybody. Brian typed in 33 like he spelled out 30 and 3.
No, you got to type the number in.
Type it in there,
You got to
everybody.
type the number. Not
139,
37,
the phonetic.
52.
34.
I'm guessing the number. My number, I guess, is always 8 or 27. 33. So there's several people from Maine. Do
There's
you,
a
do
lot
you
of
get to
yeah, a lot of
detect with the
Right.
group? Amanda, are y'all in a group, like a metal detecting? I can't think of a word. You
But
know,
It's a-
club, you mean? Or
club.
like a
Club is
club?
the word. True.
We aren't part of any local clubs, no.
we're not
You know.
close enough to
we
Yeah.
have time.
Or we just don't know about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I live, there's one. Wyoming has one, as far as I know, one metal detecting club.
Wow.
Wyoming
you
is
a
a
part of
huge
that?
state, but it's
Yeah.
the least populated state. So
When do you
All
guys
right.
have time? When
Maine
do you
is like
have time?
Wyoming.
True.
What'd you say, Bobby?
When do they have time?
I mean,
Seriously.
there is one, but it's like I think like 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
So
That's a
it's-
ride.
And I think it's like a Tuesday night or so. It was something, and I'm like, I just can't. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give you 30 seconds more to type the number 33 in the chat. And while I'm waiting for you guys to do that, I just wanted to say thank you to Teresa for being the
You're welcome.
awesome co-host. I wanted to say thank you to Amanda and John for taking the time because I know this is a crazy time of the year. I know you guys got a lot going on, events. Plus, you're kind of recovering, being a little bit under the weather. I appreciate you guys taking the time out and being here and displaying all the different other things that go on in life. It's everything. I mean, detecting is for me, that's it. But other people do have other things going on in their life. I work, I go detecting. I work, I go detecting. I do my wife's honeydew list, I go detecting, and I go to work. That's what I do. That's my life. But you guys have amazing after post detecting hobbies and other things that you guys do. And with John, it's the detecting, the photography, the music. With
Music.
Amanda can deny this all she wants to. If I gave Amanda a choice, Amanda, I have this prime 1700s farm to detect, but I have this Bay Area that, we don't know what the hell went on here. There could be nothing here. Amanda will pick the Bay, go mudlarking, and find and look for anything she can. I already know that.
Is he right, Amanda?
Yes,
Depends.
partially.
Depends.
I did just acquire a new detector that is lighter and won't do as much damage to my shoulder. So that might change. And in the summer, it's a lot nicer to be down in the water than in the fields.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's
I-
seasonal too.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
I
All right.
I have a detector that's really light. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. It's the Deus 2, and I up it. I've found some cool stuff with it. Go ahead, Bobby. Carry on.
You can't get me off my
33.
Knox. You can't get me off my Knox, man.
I know. It's not a
Never,
competition.
never gonna get me off my Knox. I've had Joe and everybody throwing the Manicore at me. You don't have to worry about the ears breaking on your coil. You don't have to worry about this. I've never had that problem with my Knox. I'm sticking with my Knox 800. You know what?
I
It
get
finds me. It finds me good shit, man. It
Yep.
finds me good stuff.
Yep.
It never disappoints me. It never disappoints me. As far as I'm concerned, I don't care what machine you have. If it beeps, it works. You're good.
Yep. I agree.
It works.
I
It
do
works.
like that.
I don't care if you
that
got
I
a
have.
bounty hunter. I don't care if you got a Garrett. And I know Amanda's got a Garrett.
I got to tell you something before you
You
carry
have a
on.
Garrett, right?
Real
Oh,
quick. My
do.
battery is about to
Right.
die. So if I
Right.
go, then that's why. Just letting you know. So,
All right, so
Bobby, you ready to do the giveaway?
we're gonna do it right now.
Let's do
And
it.
there it goes.
Give it away now.
Let me share the screen real quick.
Now.
Yeah,
Give it away now.
yeah. Right. Oh, 139 won.
Wow. Yay, Brian.
139 wins the mug.
He was a big winner. He kept on winning and winning and
Come out
winning.
swinging last year. You won
Recently.
everything.
Yeah.
You won everything.
Congratulations, Brian. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right,
And-
so
Thank you both.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank
Bobby,
you.
for having
I
us.
want to say
You're
thank you
welcome.
guys for coming on.
I can't wait
And-
to see you at Dig Stop.
Yes.
Sorry. And I can't wait to see you, Bobby, at Come Out Swinging.
All right, so Amanda and John, I'm going to give you guys a choice. I want to say thank you guys for taking the time and coming on. And I'm going to give you the choice. Underground Buddha t-shirt, Underground Buddha pint glass. Whatever one, either one.
I'll take a pint glass.
Huh?
I
Giving it away?
a pint?
Yes,
Up
they
to
get
you.
it for
He's
be-
giving
just for
you a
being
gift.
just for being on tonight.
Oh no.
That would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
do
I'll
a
take a pint glass, Bobby.
I wear your shirt, the Underground Buddha shirt, all the time.
So you have the
So-
shirt already.
I do. I love it.
So
Not have my size. I would order like super large.
I can't hear you, John. Step back a little bit.
So I always order super large t-shirts. So you might not have like a large.
I have everything up to 3X.
Dude, I'll take a 3X.
T-shirt,
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yay,
Glass?
Bobby. That's nice.
So a glass and a
Yeah, that's awesome.
shirt.
Thank you, man.
Please and thank you.
That's nice, Bobby.
done,
Yeah.
done.
Awesome.
Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us, you guys.
I
Yeah.
love you guys. I love
John,
what
thank
you
you for
do.
coming on.
I love the I love the diversity of what you guys do. I'm still waiting for Amanda to sing on one of your songs, though.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, that would be. You know what? Throw that on TikTok, man.
I
would
don't
like
have
to see that.
TikTok yet.
You need to
He
check
does,
it
though. He does. Throw that on TikTok. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to see you guys again. And hopefully the next event. I know you guys have so much going on. It's gonna be. You guys are not gonna be able to make Come Out Swinging.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hopefully winter goes quick. We get you guys and we'll get together. Well, April, Come Out Swinging Spring Fling.
Okay.
So hopefully you guys can make
And
it.
near, is that around the same time?
That's
Around April.
perfect.
Yeah, it's around April, beginning of April or so.
Okay.
But you guys rock. Teresa, you rock.
You know,
You guys rock.
Thank
And
you.
Thank you
too,
all
Bobby.
for
you.
spending a little time underground tonight. And we love y'all and see you later. And we're out.
big butt.